Top 10 African countries with the best quality roads. Hello explorers, welcome to another informative video and thanks for watching. In today's video, we shall be counting down the top 10 African countries with the best quality roads. One of the essential factors for economic growth is domestic and international transportation. Thus, road infrastructure needs to be maintained and updated regularly. When it comes to ranking countries by their road networks, African countries lag way behind. This is surprising considering the fact that a chunk of the budgetary allocations in many African countries are centered on road development, yet very little can be shown for it. The Global Competitive Report Index is charged with the ranking of roads worldwide to set aside the best from the worst. In ranking the countries, the Global Competitive Report Index tracks the performance of approximately 140 countries on 12 pillars of competitiveness, including the quality of road infrastructure development, maintenance and urban-rural balance. In the recent ranking by the Global Competitive Report Index, United Arab, Singapore and Switzerland emerged with the best roads in the world with scores of 6.2 each, while Mauritania, Democratic Republic of Congo and Haiti emerged with the worst roads with a score of 2.1. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our daily uploads. According to the just released World Economic Forum 2018 Road Quality Index for Africa, these are the top 10 African countries with the best quality roads. Number 10. Senegal, score 4.0. Officially the Republic of Senegal, Senegal is a country in West Africa. It covers a land area of almost 197,000 square kilometers and has an estimated population of about 16.5 million people. The system of roads in Senegal is extensive by West African standards, with paved roads reaching each corner of the country and all major towns. Dakar is the endpoint of three routes in the Trans-African Highway Network: Cairo-Dakar Highway, Dakar-N'Djamena Highway, and Dakar-Lagos Highway. The only operational motorway in Senegal currently runs for 34 kilometers between Dakar and Diamniadio, and it is a toll motorway. A new part of the motorway of 16.5 kilometers is currently under construction, which will reach the Bias Diakhna International Airport. Another section of 50 kilometers is also under construction, linking the airport to Thiès, and the 115-kilometer stretch from Thiès to Touba. The final destination of the planned motorway will start under construction in the near future. With all these quality roads, it's no surprise that Senegal ranks 10th in Africa and 71st globally. Number 9. Cape Verde, score 4.1. The Republic of Cape Verde is an island country spanning an archipelago of 10 volcanic islands in the Central Atlantic Ocean. Located 570 kilometers west of the Cape Verde Peninsula off the coast of Northwest Africa, the island covers a combined area of slightly over 4,000 square kilometers with a population of about 600,000 people. The road network of Cape Verde is managed by the national government, Instituto de Estradas, and by the municipalities. The total length of the road network is 1,650 kilometers, of which are 1,113 kilometers national roads and 537 kilometers municipal roads. Of the national roads, 36% is asphalted. Roadways networks include 10,000 kilometers including unpaved tracks accessible only to four-wheel drive vehicles. There are no railways in Cape Verde. In Cape Verde, most people fly to move from one city to another, but the roads available are of good quality, which is why they ranked 9th on the chart of top 10 African countries with the best quality roads. Number 8. Botswana, score 4.1. Botswana is a landlocked country in southern Africa. Formerly the British Protectorate of Bechuanaland, gained independence on 30 September 1966. It is currently Africa's oldest continuous democracy, with a population of about 2.5 million people and a surface area of 581,730 square kilometers. Botswana has good quality roads, rubbing shoulders with countries in Europe on road quality. They have paved, unpaved roads and international highways. The A1 highway in Botswana is a road that runs from Zimbabwean border near Ramokwebana through Francistown, Mahalapye, Palapye, Gaborone and Lobatse to Ramadlabama at the border with South Africa. With the great quality of roads it currently has, it emerges 8th on the African chart of top 10 best roads. Number 7. Kenya, score 4.2. The Republic of Kenya is a country in Africa with 47 semi-autonomous countries governed by elected governors. At 580,367 square kilometers, Kenya has a population of more than 53.8 million people. The country has an extensive network of paved and unpaved roads. Kenya's railway system links the nation's port and major cities, connecting it with neighboring Uganda. There are 15 airports which have paved runways. According to the Kenya Roads Board, Kenya has 160,886 kilometers of roads. 13,900 kilometers of these are paved. Two routes in the Trans-African Highway network passes through Kenya and the capital Nairobi, which are the Cairo-Cape Town Highway, Trans-African Highway 4, linking North Africa, East and Southern Africa, and the Lagos-Mombasa Highway, Trans-African Highway 8, links East Africa and West Africa. The former Ugandan Railway was run by the company East African Railways. It jointly served the present countries of Uganda, Tanzania and Kenya. Since the dissolution of the EAR Corporation in 1977, the national company Kenya Railways Corporation runs the former Ugandan Railway and its branches in Kenya. Kenya currently ranks 7th on the chart of the best roads in Africa. Number 6. Morocco, score 4.4. The Kingdom of Morocco is a country located in the Maghreb region of North Africa. The capital is Rabat and the largest city is Casablanca. Morocco spans an area of 710,850 square kilometers and has a population of over 36.5 million. Due to its strategic location and its proximity to Europe that enables it to be among the top destinations for tourists, the Moroccan government has over the years invested in rural infrastructure, providing access to water and electricity, and of course good roads. The major national routes are toll-free roads which can run through cities along the way. Unlike the toll roads with A numbers, the Moroccan expressways that are built around towns. The N2 road is a national road in Morocco which connects Tangier in the northwest of the country with Oujda in the northeast. The road is one of the main east-west routes in the north of the country and roughly follows the Mediterranean coastline some 20 to 40 kilometers inland straight through the Rif Mountains. The country ranked 6th best in Africa and 55th globally. Number 5. Mauritius, score 4.7. The Republic of Mauritius is an island nation in the Indian Ocean, about 2,000 kilometers off the southeast coast of the African continent. The area of the country is 2,040 square kilometers and with a population of 1.2 million people. The most democratic country in Africa has roads that are in fairly good conditions with safety signs and a network for those who would want to take a tour of the island. Transportation in Mauritius is characterized by the network of roadways, ports and airports. The island was originally only accessible by boat until 1922 when the first flight landed in Mauritius. There are 2,066 kilometers of roads in Mauritius, of which 48.5% are main roads, 28.7% are free secondary roads, 3.6% are motorways, and the remaining 19.2% are made up of other types of roads. The number of vehicles per kilometer of roads is at 177. The bus network is quite extensive and is organized around Port Louis with new air-conditioned buses which have been introduced to link Port Louis with the main residential areas of the island. The motorway network includes 3 main motorways that are rather classified as freeways. These are the M1 Port Louis Paysan's Dual Carriageway. It ranked 44 globally with a score of 4.7, an improvement from previous years. Number 4. Côte d'Ivoire, score 4.7. The Ivory Coast Official Republic of Côte d'Ivoire (RCI) is an African country on the Atlantic Ocean, covering an area of 322,462 square kilometers. Its population is estimated at 26,594,750 inhabitants. Ivory Coast has invested remarkably in its transport system. Transport infrastructures are much more developed than they are in other West African countries, despite a crisis that restrained their maintenance and development. Since its independence in 1960, Ivory Coast has put an emphasis on increasing and modernizing the transport network for human as well as for goods. Major infrastructures of diverse nature were built, including railways, roads, waterways, and airports. In spite of the crisis, neighboring countries like Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, and Guinea so strongly depend on the Ivorian transport network for importing, exporting, and transiting their immigrants to Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast road network spreads over 85,000 kilometers, consisting of 75,000 unpaved, 65,000 kilometers, and 224 kilometers highways. It provides national and international traffic with neighboring countries. The Trans-West African Coastal Highway provides a paved link to Ghana, Togo, Benin, and Nigeria, with paved highways to landlocked Mali and Burkina Faso, feeding into the Coastal Highway. The country counts with 2 4-laned motorways, the first one running from Abidjan to Yamoussoukro for a length of 224 kilometers, and the second joining Abidjan to Grand Bassam with a length of 30 kilometers. Both are built with modern technologies and under international standards of security, hence no surprise why Ivory Coast is the 4th country with best roads in Africa. Number 3. Rwanda, score 5.0. Rwanda is a country in Central Eastern Africa and one of the smallest countries on the African mainland, located a few degrees south of the equator. Since the 1994 genocide, the Rwandan government has made a large investment in the transport infrastructure with aid from China, Japan, and the European Union, among others. Ranked third best in Africa with a score of 5.0, the country's primary roads are well maintained. Its national roads, both paved and unpaved, which are in good conditions, stand at 71.4%, according to figures from the Rwandan Ministry of Infrastructure. This year, the government announced moves to invest more in transport infrastructure in order to plug domestic road network gaps and stimulate economic growth. Number 2. South Africa, score 5.0. South Africa is the southernmost and biggest country in Southern Africa with a population of roughly 58.8 million people. The country is ranked second in Africa and 29th globally with a score of 5.0. Having one of the largest road networks in the world, South Africa's modern road network has been planned and developed over the years with its main trunk routes. The national roads are well built and maintained, and its major roads mainly tarred. According to the Heritage Portal, the country ranked 29th globally with a score of 5.0, giving it the second spot in Africa. The national roads which connects the 9 provinces of South Africa include the N1 which connects Cape Town and Johannesburg through Bloemfontein, the N2 which connects Cape Town and Johannesburg through the coastal towns of Port Elizabeth and Durban, the N7 which connects Cape Town and Namibia through Springbok, the N12 which connects Johannesburg and the Garden Route, and many more. Number 1. Namibia, score 5.2. Top spot on our list of the top 10 African countries with the best quality of roads is the southern African country, Namibia. Its capital and largest city is Windhoek, with a population of about 2.8 million people spread over 825,615 square kilometers. The Southwest African country tops the list of nations with the best quality roads infrastructure across the African continent and the 23rd in the world with a score of 5.2 out of 7. Namibia beat economic giants like China, India, and Italy, who are ranked 42nd, 55th, and 45th respectively. Media reports have attributed Namibia's progress in road infrastructure to its establishment of its roads authority in April 2000 that has paid attention to roads that were hitherto abandoned, contributing to socio-economic development. The Southwest African country boasts of more than 42,000 kilometers of state-maintained roads that make traveling not only easy but also a fantastic experience. There you have it, explorers. Those were the top 10 African countries with the best quality of roads. Thanks for watching this video. If you want us to cover any of your top 10 topics, leave a suggestion in the comments and we will do well to grant your request. Also, if you did enjoy this video, do well to give it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe and share with your friends.